Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, today I have Sean Kanan on the line. He's a partner over at Flip Creative Inc., and this episode is part of our AFM series. That's our American Film Market series, where we bring to you the best of those that participated and attended AFM in Century City, California. Sean, welcome to the show.
Adam, thanks for having me.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. So, of course, I want to get into what you're doing at Flip Creative, and then, of course, your new film, Body Man, which I understand is just finishing up. And then also you have an award-winning book, a relationship book, Cobra Couple. So we'll get into that as well. But to get us kicked off here, AFM, have you been in the past? Is this your first time? Give us some of the backstory.
I have been in the past. This one I thought was absolutely fantastic. My wife and I are the two partners in Flip Creative, and we sponsored the Buyers Lounge this year. And it was really fantastic to sponsor the lounge because we got a constant influx of people from all over the world coming into the lounge. We made so many amazing connections, and you get a feel for having your finger on the pulse of what's going on with the market. And I think the market, everyone that I've talked to who was there said the market was very successful for them.
I agree, and I've been doing a lot of interviews and just kind of recapping with people that have been there, and they're like, man, they felt like it was back, right? Like some of the previous years, even after COVID and everything else. It's hard to get people back in the groove of things, but that was it. It's like we're back, right?
Right. I think so, and I think moving it back to Los Angeles from where it was last year in Las Vegas was a really smart move.
Yeah, I have to agree with that one. And I think unanimously, I haven't had one person on the show yet that was like, I really missed it in Vegas. No,
nah, this is going to sound crazy, but when you're riding the elevators in Los Angeles, going up to the different suites, I hearken back to just waiting for the elevators in Las Vegas, because obviously there's like 5 times the traffic. It just works out better in Los Angeles.
That's awesome. Well, I want to get into some of the work, but first I want to get into, let's take it back in time a bit. Well, how'd you get involved in film, and where did that start for you?
Oh, boy. I moved out to Los Angeles May 20th, 1987. I came out here to pursue my acting career, finish my degree at UCLA in political science. Within about a year and a half, I landed the role of Mike Barnes in The Karate Kid 3, and things really started picking up there. And probably about 1991 is when I started writing and producing, and I've been doing it ever since. And attending AFM was just sort of a logical extension of everything that I was doing in producing. And I've been doing this now for almost 40 years.
That's amazing. I love it. And I love to see the people, their careers progress and stick in the industry, and just the context and the content and everything else. It's just, to me, it's fun. It's just fun to see people like over long periods of time in the industry. It's been a lot of fun for me. And speaking of projects and things, Body Man, I know that you're at the final stretch on that, I believe. How do you want to take this one up?
The final stretch, my wife is like reviewing the final color and sound right now. My wife Michelle's the director. Yes. And we're really proud of this. It's a terrific film. My wife is the director. She and I wrote it and produced it, and it is going to be completely finished in the next probably 48 hours.
Wow.
At that point, we've got multiple offers that are all a result of AFM. And so we have the high-end problem of next week deciding what we're going to do with the film and who we're going to hand it over to. And it's just really exciting. It really is.
That is. The film itself, how'd you go? I know you said written by you and your wife. How'd you come up with the idea? Where did that come from? Where did the seed of the idea come from?
The film is actually based on a book written by Kate Monroe, and Kate also plays the lead role. We also have, let's see who else is in it. Tom Arnold, John Scheck, Martin Cove is in it. We get some terrific actors in it. And I jumped on a Zoom call with her, and we talked for a while. And by the time we were done with the conversation, we were already hammering out the deal of how we were going to make this film. And we were in production about 2 months later. It was just an incredible experience. Kate had never acted before, and she is the financier. And so I thought to myself, this is amazing that I found a financier, and oh my God, can this woman act? And Kate was a Marine vet. I guess you don't say was a Marine. She's a Marine vet. And I worked with her for the first time, and I could tell that he was going to be able to pull this off. I sensed her work ethic, her ability to grasp what I was showing her with the acting. And she came through in flying colors, and I couldn't have asked for any more for her. And so I can't wait for everybody to see this. The film is set against the fentanyl and human trafficking crisis. It unfolds during a California senatorial race. And Kate plays one of the senatorial candidates. I played the incumbent senator. And for being outspoken against the cartel's kidnapper, and she has to escape. And then when she escapes, she assembles a group of badasses, kind of like the Expendables, and they go and wreak their revenge. So it's a lot of fun. It's an action film. It's got some good messaging to it. And I'm just really proud of it, and I'm so proud of my wife that she just did a bang-up job as the director.
That's great. Look, I can't wait to see it. And switching up a bit here, Sean, Cobra couples. Got to hear about this one. So a book on relationship. First off, where'd you get the idea? Like, where'd that come from?
Well, so this is the third installment of a trilogy called The Way of the Cobra books. Cobra is an acronym. It's formed from the words character, optimization, balance, respect, and abundance. The second book is called Welcome to the Kumite. And the third book, I knew I wanted to take the philosophies and strategies that worked so well for people in the first two books and apply them to relationships. And I knew that in order to write a book about relationships, you need two perspectives. And so my wife, who's a terrific writer, agreed to come on board. And the way it's set up, the chapters are divided into belts. We take you from white to black belt. And there are two senseis. There's me, and then there's my wife. So you get a male and a female perspective. And we just won the International Impact Book Award for Book of the Year, which was really exciting. And there was an interesting study done. I'm going to digress for a second. And they asked a bunch of super successful people, what is the single greatest reason for your success? What do you attribute it to? And so if you start thinking about like the usual suspects, you might think, okay, is it generational wealth? You were born into money, and that certainly would be an advantage. That's not it. Is it going to an Ivy League school? That would certainly be an advantage. That's not it. Is it getting up at 4 a.m. and just outworking everybody? And if that was the case, everybody who was working as a janitor would be a captain of industry. The single most important thing that highly, highly successful people attribute their success to is their choice of partner. And I always say the right one will make you and the wrong one will break you. And so our book teaches you, if you're single, how to find the right partner, how not to waste time, how to not present an origin story to somebody that isn't congruous with who you really are. And then you wonder 3 weeks later why things didn't work out. And it's because you said you want a white picket fence and 3 kids, but you neglected to mention that you're going to Vegas twice a week with a wolf pack. And then it's also for people that are in an existing relationship that are looking to turbocharge it, take it to the next level, or maybe if it's kind of stagnating, to reinvigorate it.
So if there was like one thing that people walked away, and obviously it's a book, there's different things you want to walk away, but if there was one thing or one theme that people walk away from, or a feeling even, what would that be after they're done with the book?
That they are better equipped to bring their authentic self to a relationship, that they can be themselves in the relationship. And people always ask me, what's a really good piece of takeaway advice from the book? And I think it's this: love does not conquer all. You can love somebody, but if your ships are not sailing in the same direction, meaning you're not moving in a unified way with life, and you're living separate lives, you're going to be separated very quickly. So it's important that you have goals for the couple, but it's also important that you establish what your individual goals are so that you don't disappear into the relationship, that you maintain your own individuality. And that requires each partner to sometimes lead and sometimes follow and support. Now, there's goals that my wife has that aren't necessarily my top goals, but I'm right there to support her achieve those. And it's the same thing that I have some goals that maybe aren't quite as important to her, but she's there to support me. And then, of course, we've got the goals that are important to both of us as a couple. And that keeps us connected so that we're not going off and pursuing things on our own. Anything we pursue, we're pursuing with the help of the other. And it keeps us bonded and grounded and connected.
And I'll tell you, not only that, but man, you're a powerhouse couple of creativity from films to books. What don't you two do? Is that
but I mean, it's like that old saying, you do what you love, you won't work a day in your life.
Yeah.
And we love what we do. We collaborated on a digital TV series called Studio City, and we won the Emmy for Outstanding Limited Drama. And I just realized my wife is the best partner that I could ask for in business. She's a very talented writer. She's got incredible organizational skills and creative. And so, I don't have to look outside for another creative partner. I've got it with me, who's my life partner, and it's a pretty good deal.
Man, sounds like a great deal. Win Emmys. Come on. That's awesome. Oh, what a great story. Well, Sean, man, this has been a lot of fun having you on the show today. First off, the book's out right now. Like, how do people
connect? The book is out now. You can get it on Amazon. Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. Or if you'd like an autographed copy, you can go to WaveTheCobra.com. The first two books are on Amazon as well, Wave the Cobra and Welcome to Kumite. Wave the Cobra is also on Audible. I narrate it. And if people would like to keep up with me, they can follow me on Instagram. I keep my DMs on and do my best to answer. It's Sean.Kanan. And then I'm at Sean Kanan on X.
Wonderful. And I know the movie Body Man, so that's still working in distribution and otherwise. So what will happen just for everybody?
Body Man should be coming out probably towards the end of the first quarter of 2026.
Awesome. And for everybody listening, just so you know, depending on when you listen to this, Sean will follow back up with us, give us some links, some more information. We'll put that in the show notes when we see where the movie lives. And speaking of the audience, we'll also put Sean's socials and all the other good stuff so you can pick up a copy of that book. That'll all be in the show notes. So just click on the links, head right on over. And we love supporting authors, so grab some books. And if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, this is a daily show. Yes, you heard that right. Each and every day we're releasing new episodes for you, and new interviews, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey. So hit that subscribe or follow. We got plenty of great new interviews and content coming up. We don't want you to miss a thing. And Sean, really appreciate you coming on the show today, and I'm looking forward to checking out Body Man. So thanks again for your time.
Thank you so much, and thank you to your audience. I really appreciate it. Take care of yourself, buddy.